everyone, welcome back to the Excel tutorial series. So currently we are in the chapter 3 of this particular course. In the previous session, we looked at what all Excel formula basics that are available with us in Excel. Uh, Particularly in this session, we had a look at what all operators that are available in Excel, what all are the order of precedence for those operators in Excel, and we also had a look at what all how we can debug some errors that can be present in our Excel formulas. So in this session, we'll be having a look at what all logical operators and logical functions are available with us in Excel. So without further ado, let's get started. So talking about the logical function in Excel, there are basically three logical functions available in Excel. That is namely the AND gate and function, or function and not function. So for the folks who don't know about AND gates or gates, logical gates, let me give you a quick example. Suppose there are inputs as 0, 0, 1, 1 and 0, 1, 0, 1. And now in these inputs, that is A and B, there can be values such as 0, 0, 1, 1 for A input, and for B input there can be values as 0, 1, 0, 1. So if I am applying some AND operation between these two inputs, so AND can be basically considered as a multiplication operation. Okay, so for multiplication of 0 and 0, the output can be 0. Okay, so let's try to do this with the help of Excel formulas. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do A1 multiplied by B1, and it's going to give me 0. And now to complete for the rest of the values, I'm going to drag and drop it to the last value. Okay. So AND gate can be considered as a multiplication between the inputs. So for A and B inputs, the multiplication output will be 0. For 0 and 1 inputs, the multiplication output will be 0. For 1 and 0 also it will be 0, and for 1 and 1 it will be 1. So you can consider a AND gate to be a multiplier between its respective inputs. Okay. And let's now talk about the OR gate. So this was the AND gate. Okay. Now let's talk about the OR gate. So I'm going to copy paste it. So OR gate can be considered as the addition. Suppose the addition of 0 and 0 will be 0. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create 0 plus A7 plus B7. And now I'm going to drag and drop it to the final value. So the addition of 0 and 0 will be 0. Addition of 0 and 1 will be 1. Addition of 1 and 0 will be 1. And addition of 1 and 1 will be, talking in terms of logical operators, the output of 1 and 1 will be 1. Okay. So for the folks who are from electrical background, they might be knowing that any positive value that is greater than 0, it is considered to be it is considered to be a 1, and any negative value may be negative, may be less than 0, or a value that is equal to 0, it is considered to be a 0. Okay, so now let's have a look at what all are the logical function available with us in Excel. So I'm going to rename it this sheet with truth tables. So consider this, guys, the input and the output values for AND gate and OR gate. You can call this particular table for AND gate and for, you can call this table for AND gate to be a truth table for AND gate, and this particular table for OR gate to be a truth table for OR gate. Okay. So now I'm going to create a new sheet and let's rename it to logical functions. So what all logical functions that are available with us in Excel? There are, we'll be having a look at what all that is and, or, and not functions. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a scenario for this. Let's try to have a look at what is AND function. So the description says that checks whether all arguments are true and returns true if all the argument or if all the arguments are true. So if I'm going to do true and true, it is going to return me true. Okay. And if I'm going to do a AND gate between two positive values, for example, let's suppose to be 3 and 1. Here in this case also the output will be true because as you know, AND gate is all about multiplication. Okay. So providing two positive arguments to this particular AND function, it is going to return me true. And now what if I provide 3 and 0? It has returned me false. Because as you can see in this particular truth table for AND gate, true. You can consider 1 to be true and 0 to be false. So true and false, it is going to return you false. And true, it is going to return you true. Okay. Now we can also use cell references in case, for example, if I'm having 10, 20, 0. And you can also provide and 10, comma 0. So it is going to return me false. And now if I provide 10 and 20, it is going to provide me true in this case. You can also provide text in this case. For example, if I'm going to do, if I'm going to write, sorry for that, I'm going to write true inside of double inverted commas and false, it is going to return me false. Same thing I can do in case of true and true. So it is going to return me true. Okay. And now if you can also give some inbuilt condition, for example, and of 3 less than 10, comma 10 greater than 20. So as we saw in the last section, we had a look at greater than and less than operators. So greater than and less than operators give me Boolean values that are true and false. So 3 less than 10, it is going to return me true, and 10 greater than 20, it is going to return me false. So and of true and false, it is going to return me false. Okay. You can also try stuff like that, like 10 greater than 20, 10 greater than equal to 4. And let's say that 10 greater than 20, which is going to return me false, and 10 greater than equal to 4, which is going to return me true. So the output of AND function between true and false, which will be false. Okay. So this was all about the AND function. Now let's talk about the OR function. So the syntax of OR function is similar to that of the AND function. Okay. So let's try to implement OR gate. And let's have a look at the description. Okay. Checks whether any of the arguments are true and returns true or false. Returns false if only if all the arguments are false. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a true, comma false. It is going to return me false. Because if you have a look at the truth table of OR function or a gate, you can consider 0 to be false and 1 to be true. So true and false, true or false or true, always returns the output that is true. So if any one of the value between the two is 1, it is going to return me it it is going to return me true. And if the both the input values are false or 0, it is going to return me false in that case. Okay. We can also try a lot of stuff like writing this particular true and false in case of text. True, comma false is going to return you true. Also, you can provide the cell references 10, comma 20. It is going to return you true. Okay. Also, if you try to give your inbuilt conditions, you can say that okay, if 10 greater than 20 and 10 less than equal to 100. So as you know, the output of 10 greater than 20, it will be false, and 10 less than equal to 100, it will be true. So OR of false and true, it is going to return you true. Okay. Now let's look at what is the NOT function. So NOT function, what it does is, suppose the output of your logical operation turns out to be true. Okay. And if you put a NOT function or NOT gate right in front of that particular output, it is going to invert that particular output. So for example, if my output of my logical operation came out with false, and if I put a NOT gate in front of that, it is going to return me true. Okay. So NOT function, it is easier. If you provide 2 in its parentheses, it is going to return you false, and if you provide false in its parentheses, it is going to return you true. So let's try to implement that. Now if I provide not of false, it is going to return me true, and if I provide not of true, it is going to return me false. I can also do stuff like that. Okay, for example, not of 10 less than 30. So the output of 10 less than 30 will be true, and not of that will be false. Okay. You can also provide, yeah, it's also given in the description of this particular function, changes false to true or true to false. If I provide 10, that will be a positive integer. It is going to return me false. And if I provide not of 0, it is going to return me true. Okay. So these were the fundamental logical functions that are available with us in Excel. Okay. So now let's move down to some more interesting functions available in Excel. We are done with and or not. Let's talk about is error. Let me rename this to fundamental functions. Okay. So let's try to have a look at what is error function. Okay. So the syntax of the is error function is error. So is error function, what it does is it checks whether a value is an error and returns true or false. Okay. So if I do is error of 10 divided by 0, it is going to return me true. And if I do 10 divided by 1, it is going to return me false. Now, similar to is error function, we have one more function in Excel, which is called as if error. Okay. So let's have a look at what's the format of this particular if error function. So if error returns value if error, if expression is an error and the value of the expression itself otherwise. Okay. So it expects two arguments, the value and the value if error. Okay. So it's 10 divided by 0. And what I'm going to do is return me there is an error. Okay. So what this particular function did is that if in case of some error is present in this particular cell, it is not going to give that okay there's some error in this particular there's not going to give any error in this, but it can give that there's a particular error in this particular cell, and you can try to debug that. Now also there's an interesting case in this if error. Now suppose if there's an error 10 divided by 0 and I don't give any value, so it gives me a Microsoft Excel warning, say that you have entered too few arguments for this particular function, which means that all of the arguments present that are present in this particular function, all of these are required. Okay. So I'm going to click on OK. And what if I do colon, comma, and I don't give any value? So it is going to return me 0. Okay. So let's discuss this particular use case once again. if I don't give any second argument in this if error function, it is going to give me an Excel warning stating that you have entered too few arguments for this function. And if I click OK, and then if I do comma and then I don't give any value, so by default it will give me 0. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to give not divisible by 0 error. Okay. So these are quite interesting functions that I found, is error and if error. Okay. There was also a lot of interesting functions available with us, such as is blank, is error, is any. So let's discuss these one by one. So I'm going to do is blank first. So suppose there's a blank cell value, there's a blank cell in A4, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do is blank. And if I provide the A4 as its argument, so it is going to return me true. Okay. And now if I am having a look at is error function, that is we have already covered. Let's talk about is number function. So if I'm having values such as cell value as 123, and what if I'm going to do is number, so it is going to return me true. Now there's also a really important interview question. Suppose there's a cell value, and with the help of only one function, you need to detect if that particular value is odd or even. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use is odd function. And if I provide this particular cell value, it is going to return me true in this case. Suppose if I provide is even function, and if I provide this particular value, it is going to return me false. And if I change this value from 44 to 46, so the is odd function, it is going to return me false, and the is even function, it is going to return me true. Okay. Similar to is number function, we are also having a is text function. Suppose I'm going to type Excel formulas. So I'm going to do is text function. So it is going to return me true. And if I provide is text function in case of some numeric parentheses value, it is going to return me false. Okay. So in this particular session, we had a look at what is the truth table. First of all, we had a look at what is a truth table. We also had a look at some logical functions that are and function, or function, not function. And we also had a look at the fundamental functions that are available with us. We had a look at is odd, is even, is blank, is error, if error, is NA. Let's have a look at one more value, one more function, that is NA. So if I do is NA, to check whether a value is hashtag NA and it turns true or false. So if I'm going to do, it's going to return you false. Okay. And if I provide a value, suppose let me type hashtag N by A. And if I provide, and if I work with is NA function in case of this value, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just simply do is NA. and then provide this value. And now in this case, it is going to return me true. And remember guys, if you are performing is NA in case of some blank value, if I provide this value, it is going to return me false because there's a difference between a NaN value and a blank value. For blank, let's and as we go deep down towards Excel formulas, we'll have a better and in-depth view of what is the difference between blank value and NA value. So in this session, we had a look at is NA function, is error function, is blank function, is odd, is even, is text, is number function, and we also had a look at the logical functions. So this was all about this particular session. I hope you took some learnings from this particular sessions. Okay. Till then, I'm gonna see you in the next session. Till then, goodbye. Have a great day ahead. Thank you very much.